Welcome, my beautiful people, to Saturday Night Live with Posha Malcolm. Thank you so much for joining me for this live chat. I'm so excited to have you here tonight. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know in the chat where you are tuning in from. I am excited about tonight. I must let you know ahead of time that we'll be having a wonderful night next week, Saturday, to end Black History Month. And I would love for you to join me for that. Okay? Tonight, we will be talking about the courage of Viola Desmond, a Canadian heroine of civil rights. Imagine this, being arrested just for sitting in the wrong seat at a movie theater. Just look back. Picture yourself walking into that movie theater, sitting down, ready to enjoy the movie, right? But you found out that you're in the wrong seat. Hear this. So, this happened to Viola Desmond, a Black Canadian woman. Yes, a Canadian woman whose act of resistance sparked a movement for racial justice in Canada. Tonight, we honor her legacy and uncover her inspiration story, right? Who was Viola Desmond? Viola Irene Desmond was born on July the 6th, 1914, all the way back, right, in Halifax, Nova Scotia. She was an entrepreneur, a beauty salon owner, and everywhere we see, salon all over. So we have the idea, we know what she was, right? A, a salon owner, an entrepreneur. And not only that, she was a mentor to young Black women who wanted to enter the beauty industry. But beyond her business success, she became an accidental activist in the fight for civil rights in Canada. The incident that changed history. On November the 8th, 1946, Viola Desmond was on a business trip in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. She stopped at the Roseland Theatre to watch a film while waiting for her car to be repaired. Please put in the chat where you're tuning in from as we talk about Viola, right? Desmond, this remarkable lady. So she unknowingly sat in the whites only section as the theater had an unofficial segregation policy. So they're just like borders with Canada and the US. Some places are just imaginary borders. You don't see a line. So she went to the theater while her car was being repaired and she sat down, but in the wrong place because there was an imaginary section. Yes? Now, let's see what happened. When the staff asked her to move, she refused, knowing she had paid the same ticket price. Wouldn't you? Would you have stayed there or would you have, leave and go over the other section? She was forcibly removed, jailed overnight, and fined, guess how much? $26. Remember, this was in 1946. And that's equivalent to $300 today, 300 Canadian dollars, right? Viola fought her conviction. Hi, Monica. All right. Thank you for watching from Mississauga. I hope you're feeling better. I didn't get to check on you, but you are always there. And I will pray and hope that you feel better. So I'm happy that you have joined. I hope you enjoyed tonight's live as you join me for this session with who was Viola Desmond. We know she played an integral role. Yes, you're feeling better. That's good. That's good. My screen to see, persons who are on is on this side, right? So that's why I go back and forth. But welcome, welcome. So she fought her conviction, but the courts dismissed her appeal. Though she lost her case, her courage exposed Canadians' racial injustices at the time, inspiring future activism. This movement became one of the first major legal challenges to racial segregation in Canada. Things start to change. And we know that sometimes bad things happen so that good things can come forth. We know that's a part of the process, right? So she was jailed. They jailed her and they fined her and she didn't win the case. But other things happened. So Viola Desmond's case contributed to the slow dismantling of segregation in Canada. And that is one of the reasons why we can be here freely operating like anyone else, because of this decision that this lady made, knowing that we are all free people, right? In 2010, she was officially pardoned, with the government acknowledging the racist motives behind her conviction. So let's give it up for her. In 2018, she became the first Black woman to what? The first Black woman to appear on a Canadian banknote. Let me show you. Yes. Anytime I get one of these $10, I don't want to let it go because I know what it stands for. Yes, the $10 bill. This is the Canadian $10 bill, and on it is Viola Desmond. You can imagine that. I hope you're seeing it. Yes. Isn't she beautiful? So I make sure it doesn't crease, you know, because it tells me that she did the impossible and set the stage for me to be here and others like myself, right? So Viola Desmond's courage reminds us that small acts of resistance can lead to big change, big change. And sometimes these resistance, this courage, it's just a one act, just a small act that can change the universe. That's why I always say, be careful of what you say, be careful of what you do, be careful of what you think, because all of these things can have huge impact, you know? So she was a remarkable woman to stand up for what she believed, that she paid her ticket like anyone else. So this Black History Month, let's honor her legacy by standing against discrimination and advocating for equality in our communities. Hi, Esmin. How are you? And Esmin is in Jamaica. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us tonight, Esmin. I really appreciate it. So I want to have Saturday Night Live at 8 every night, setting up minutes to sometimes can lead into the time. But I will always try to be here. If I'm on the road, I'll have to do it on the road. If I'm at home, I'll do it, right? But I want to be consistent in having Saturday Night Live where we can interact. So welcome, Monica. Welcome, Monica from Mississauga, Ontario, and Esmin from Jamaica. Yes, I appreciate you being here. I don't know how much you know about Viola Desmond, but she's on our $10 bill here in Canada. She went into uh, let me tell you the exact name of the place that she went into, the Roseland Theater. And she was watching a movie when persons told her that she was in the wrong seat, the staff, that she needs to go somewhere else. I'm great. Can't believe I caught you live. Yay! I'm happy that you have too, and also Manika, because both of you are going to be the first time that you have joined me live. And it's special because I know both of you very well. So thank you for joining me. Yes, I really appreciate it. I must tell you that the weather right now, Esmin, it is pretty cold and it is snowing. We're having a lot of snow. It's like our third snowstorm. So it's a little, but I'm warm. I just had my ginger tea and I'm cozy. All right, so let's finish up with Viola Desmond, right? So I don't know, as I said, I don't know if you know, you can let me know if you know about her. She is on our $10 bill, our Canadian banknote, as the first Black woman, right? And that was done in 2018. So what happened is that she did not win her case, but it exposed Canada's. Yes, thanks, thanks, Esmin. Yes, so this lady, and we come from Jamaicans come from a culture where we stand up for justice. We always want to know that we're not unfairly treated. And I believe that all men are equal and we should treat each other the way we want to be treated, with love and respect and forgiveness. Because many times we do not forgive, right? So that's something that I would love, that all humanity will treat each other with love, respect, and forgiveness. Because many times we do and we say things and, you know, it hurts, and we have to try to forgive. And that's something that I realize that is hard to do. And so she has set the example for us to follow, that we should stand up for equality and justice. And we celebrate her legacy tonight, knowing that she, stood up against discrimination and advocate for that equality. So that's good. That, I really admire when first I came and I saw her. As I said, I always try to hang on to her note, because it's important that we remember that there are people who have set the stage for us way back then to enable us to live in the space, and the place that we are at. Yes, there is still segregation in the world, even in our communities. There's still that. There will always be favoritism, segregation, injustice, and all these things. But we who are conscious have to look out for these things and put a stop where we see it, or make that difference. Because sometimes we can't stop it, but in our lives, we can make that difference. Her name is, I'm going to type it in the chat. Her name is Viola Desmond. Yes. Okay, so that is it with Miss Viola Desmond. What does this story means to you? What does this story means to you? You have heard it, you know, she was pardoned, which was good. That back then she was not even, she didn't even win the case. But the government at that time in 2010 realized that it was an act of racist moves. So they, you know, pardoned her officially. Um, if there's any question, any input, I'm open to discuss, right? But I just want to say, I hope you found our story compelling, inspirational, and that, you know, our story will bring resilience and empowerment, because she could have just gotten up and just, you know, go over that section, imaginary section. But for her to stay and go through the consequences, you know, it gives me courage to know that I can do that too. I can stand up for justice. I can stand up, you know, against persons who are marginalized, persons who are downcast. I can stand up for them as well. So, and we can do that, and we can do that in different aspects. You know, persons who, say, for example, a family who doesn't have a lot, and we realize that they are being mistreated, even in our community, we can go share love with them, bring stuff for them, you know, let them, you know, feel a part of the community, even though others, and eventually others will catch on and will start show love and respect and all of that. So we don't know how far reaching our love and our justice, so to speak, can go. We don't know how far our input can go. What's the weather like in Jamaica now, Esmin? I didn't check. Oh yeah, I spoke to my dad today, and he was saying that the rain is going to fall, but I don't know if it has. Okay, all right. So that's it. Next week, I want to bring something that is very important, and I would love for all of you to tune in for next week finale in terms of Saturday night, Black History Month. This week, I really want to put out some more contents that are very important to me, because it showcases persons that have been making an impact now and back then. So look in my win look in my shorts, and also in, so it will be in the shorts, long videos, and also live. We're windy, so Esmin says that it's windy with a slight shower. Okay, we have been having a fair amount of rain, and the rain has been a bother ever since the hurricane Beryl. It has been like that, where we're getting a lot of rain in Jamaica, because I've been keeping up with that as I'm a bee farmer. So we have been getting a lot of rain, which can be good and bad. If we, you know, in all things, if you get too much of something that is good, it, you know, becomes bad. So it can be bad as well as it can be good. So I hope it's good for you, Esmin. All right. And Monica, I don't know if you're still on. How is it from your daughter's side in Jamaica? How is it? You can let me know. So, this Black History Month, persons will say, oh, that's in the past, get over it, move on, you know. But if we don't know our history, if we don't know our past, we lose our identity. We lose who we truly are. And I think that is something, yes, they are doing well. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. So Monica say that the weather is good where her daughter is. All right. That's good. So, for me, yeah, it tells our identity. If you look on my hair, right? I'm doing it afro. We call it afro. And persons where we're coming from, this wasn't accepted in our society. It was for persons who had just straight hair, right? It wasn't accepted. So we have really come far, different stages, right? We have Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who enlightened us about ourselves, who we are, and stuff like that. We have Nelson Mandela in Africa, South Africa. We have Martin Luther King in America. We have Viola Desmond in Canada. So throughout time, we have seen, these great people that have made a significant contribution in helping us to reach where I can let go my hair and come on, live, which is going out to the world. And yes, I have persons watching all over the world, and they're seeing me in my real self. For me, that is priceless. When we can do this, when we can embrace our identity, when we can accept who we are, just like other nationalities accept who they are. True, other nationality accept that they are from this, and all of that. And the thing I like about Canada is that you can, based on the constitution, you can live as you are from your own country, yet embracing the Canadian um, culture as well. So it doesn't tell you that you have to strip yourself of where you're coming from, of your nationality, your identity back where you were born. No, you can come with that and embrace Canadian culture and enrich the country. You know, that is something that is priceless for me. So it's all about us making a difference in where we are as blacks, as we say we are celebrating Black History Month. For me, it's all year round. And when I look at it, I think that is something that I would love for us to embrace all year round, where we are highlighting some Black person, whether it's present or it's in the past, so that we can remember our identity is not lost. It's talked about because our culture is so rich, the Black culture. It's so rich. And if you some are still ashamed of their race and culture, it's not something to be ashamed about. We are mighty and strong. We are powerful. We have a legacy that transcends throughout the beginning of time. Because God said that He knelt down and formed man from the dust of the earth and breathed into his nostril, and man became a living soul. So from that race comes all other races. So we embrace the culture. We embrace our identity so that our young boys and our young girls can embrace it as well. When they become men and women, they can do their part to pass it on to the next generation. Our identity is preserved. We respect others' identity. Yes, it's a part of it. We embrace their culture and all of that. But we have to know that ours is precious because it's a part of our identity. And somebody was talking today, I was listening to a program, one of my persons that I subscribe to, and she was interviewing this lady, and oh my gosh, she had it spot on. If we don't know, if we don't have that connection with our spirit, with our soul and our body, we are lost. And that is what is happening to our young people and to people. We are lost because we don't have that connection. All three is not lining up. We have not accepted our bodies as Black women. We have not accepted ours. And for me, speaking as a Black woman, we are powerful. And I believe that if we really think about it, that we have something to bring to the table, just like any other nationalities. I love my culture, it's unique. Yes, every dance comes from the Black culture, every music comes from the Black culture, every hairstyle comes from the Black culture. We're the ones that styles the hair. Yeah, you name it comes from the Black culture. There's so many inventions right now. Even since tonight, I was watching my husband was watching it, and I was taking glimpses. What am I was interviewing, which I saw videos before on this young man who are building, that has been building vehicles in Africa. I don't remember the name of the unique country, but building vehicles, he put it together. We are powerful. I wish we could embrace our identity as Black people and see that we are a mighty race, and we should get up and stand up for our rights. Don't let nobody tell you that you are insignificant. Look persons in the eye when they speak to you. Give a smile, because you love you and you embrace you, and you are worth so much. You know, I've had people wanting to touch my hair. It's not normal. You know why our hair goes up in the air? Because of that connection, that static connection. There's something to it. Others are flat. And us, our hair start. You ever notice it? When we wash our hair, it just goes up in the air because there's a static connection up there to our hair. I never knew it. I learned it. I learned it. There's so much to investigate. There's so much to analyze. There's so much to look back at, to embrace. You know, my husband and I, we used to listen to this station. Crazy Cat, my man, and has been on you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but I love Crazy Cat. He always joined my lives on a Saturday night, and I just want to call him out. And please check out his channel because he's a nice guy. Crazy Cat guy. Yes, welcome. Big up yourself. Yes, how are you doing tonight? I'm happy that you have joined. You made my day. I was thinking about you all week, all week, but it was a pack week. So I said, Lord, I want to reach out to him based on our Saturday night live to find out if he's okay. But I didn't get to. I'm doing good. Good to see you. But I'm happy to see you too. Happy to see you. Yes. Well, to see that you're online because I can't really see you. Yes. Love your hair. Mine is very low, close to my scalp. Moisturize it, um, massage it, keep it massage, doing it like this in circles, stimulate it. And if you have castor oil, if you want it to grow, you can put castor oil in the roots, and you can oil it and use your different natural stuff as well. Do you know that rosemary is a good thing to wash your hair with? There was a black woman, I don't remember, like she was like a princess or a queen. She used to use the rosemary to wash her face. So herbs are something that you can look into to help with your hair. There are so many natural things around that we can use, especially Jamaica. We have aloe vera, we have tuna, not the tuna that we eat, but the tuna that you is a plant, and we cut off like the leaf. It looks like it's not a leaf. Well, you would think it's a leaf, but it's, let me see if I find it. Tuna. The tuna is actually a plant. Tuna plant. Any of you? Well, I know Monica knows it. Do you know it, Crazy Cat? The tuna plant. Okay, here it is. Let me show you. So this, I hope you're seeing it. Let me turn it like this. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh, gone. Let me go back. Uh-oh. Tuna plant. Okay, this one. Can you see it? Let me know if you can see it. I think I've heard of it. Yes, so this is a tuna plant. I hope you're seeing it properly. It comes with, like, these would be like the leaves, but it's not really leaves. It's like, it's flat, but you can slice it, and it's, when you rub it together, it has a sliminess to it. You use it in your hair to give your hair shine and strength. So we Jamaicans, especially in the countryside, not the rural, not the city side, more we the countryside. I always say it as and we would wash our hair. We have the Rastafarians. They would normally, the Jamaican ones I know about, they would go to the river and they would bring this with them, and they'll use it to wash their hair and give it that shine and that body and, healthiness. If you look closely, you see at the tip right here, it's a fruit. It bears a fruit. And if you pluck it off, you can eat that fruit. It's like the dragon fruit, but a smaller version of it in terms of the fruit right here. So it's kind of yes, it's kind of a cactus. It is a cactus. It almost looks like it is. It is, but we call it tuna. It's really specific. And you know what this is good for? And that's something that I love about Black culture. You see this tuna right here? If you have knee issue, you put it in a glass of water. Just have a seal container, and you cut it up in pieces and put it in the water in the container. And every morning you drink from it. You can put it in the fridge, but if you're going to do it for the day, you can change it to a new set the following morning. Or, make sure you drink, because it gets really slimy. The water becomes like that. But it's good for the knee, the arthritis. It's good for the ligaments. Yes. So that's health wise. You see, this same plant, good for the hair and good for the joints. Prickly pear cactus. That's the proper name of it. Yes, that's the proper name for it. That's true. That's the proper name. Okay, this one is more distinct. If you see it. Are you seeing it clearly? I have to go back. Let me bring it up. Yeah, but it's prickly pear. I know the name. Prickly pear. That's the proper name. In Jamaica, we say tuna because, yes, tuna. Yes. Oh, see, they say it. Tuna plant. Tuna plant as well. But the proper name, in terms of the name that it's known for, is the prickly pear. Because I researched it. I love herbs. I googled tuna cactus and it told me it was prickly pear. Yes. Yes, it's something I've researched. It's something that is very beneficial. There's another fruit that is not the, it's bigger than this one. I have a video on it. I have a video on it. And it's like the dragon fruit, but it's a smaller version. A smaller version. And the tree itself is prickly, but it bears like every other year or something like that. But one was where I was living, and the fruit that comes on it, you can eat it. So it was a cactus, but it grew big, and it bear a beautiful white flowers, and these bear flowers too, and you could eat that. So guess what? You see the cactus, you can eat. Well, I'm not sure of all of them. Just those three I definitely know. The prickly pear, the tuna right here, and also that one which I can't remember the name of it, but it has some seeds, like some little black seeds in there that you can literally eat them. They're just so spongy, and the fruit itself is spongy. If any of you know the food I'm talking, you can share. Yes. And but I use like a spoon and scoop it out and eat it like the dragon fruit. So these things are healthy, that we can get. But as I said, tuna is a Jamaican thing, especially with the health and also with the washing of the hair. So those things, are part of our culture. And we know about the Cinco Bible as well. The Cinco Bible, you can eat that. Let me show you. Let me look up the Cinco Bible. We call it Cinco Bible, but it's called, let me find the proper name. Aloe vera. It's called aloe vera. So aloe vera plant. Okay, so this is the aloe vera. This is the aloe vera. It's thicker, it's shaped different, and you can literally cut off the edges. Well, the technique to it for you not to get the what do you call that fuel? That it's like, someone help me. So when you cut it, it has a bitter taste to it if you allow it to touch the white part that is in when you slice it. So the technique is to let the water run. You cut off the outer part has little pricks. You cut that part off. You wash the knife off of that green stain, and then you go to the next side and you do the same. And you can wash it, slice it up, and put it in some water, like I told you how to do the tuna. You can also use this and wash your hair. This one is in a lot of products, but sometimes it's mixed, that is diluted. So when you get the right thing, this plant directly, is better for your hair and also internally. So for me, you have it, you just dice it up, and you just have one cube for the day. And that will just break down in the system and give you vitamin E and some other things. Is there any other thing we know about the aloe vera? You can let me know in the chat. Yes, but aloe vera is a boss. Aloe vera, if you have any type of burn, you can put it on it. The aloe vera. It smooths, soothes the area. It also, especially if it's itching as well, but you see when you get a burn first, I was just going to say it's good for burns, excellent for burns. And you know what? We have found if you use this as a first method of treatment when you just get a burn, no matter how severe you get, it doesn't leave significant mark. My niece got a burn, a huge burn, and she ended up in the hospital, admitted in the hospital for a while. Yes, my sister my sister went through so much with that. Yes, and she was admitted in the hospital. But when the burn took place that day, it was the aloe vera that they applied to the burn, and that helped her for it to not be worse than it was. And you see, over the years, you don't even remember where the spot was, because aloe vera was used as a first mode of treatment. It helped to get rid of that spot, that significant spot. So it's really good for different types of burns, even severe burn, like what my niece had. The name tuna comes from the Taínos, the earliest inhabitants of Jamaica, Esmond says. And she says the aloe vera is another magical plant. I have some lovely plants in my backyard. I need to get some. I love it. I love it. Where I was living in Jamaica is like a big patch, and I did use it to wash my hair and to take internally. Aloe vera is very good. And guess what? Because I experimented with oils and stuff like that, I used to make my own, you know, oil ingredient. So I have how would I say it? Even up until now, I still do it, but not with the aloe vera, with other things. So you have your container, the water, you can have like a pot with water, and then you have another pot or container that can stand the heat, and you put your oil in there, your major oil, and then you cut the aloe vera up in pieces, and you put it on in that oil. It could be coconut oil, because coconut oil I found is it stands to eat, right? So we put the coconut oil and we let it boil in it. And as I said, it's not like hot. It's supposed to be low flame. So it takes a little while to pull out. And it does pull out the stuff into the oil. Yes. And you use it in your hair. Because I used to do my hair. There are times even until now, there are times I go to the hairdresser, but I'm always, managing my hair. So these are some of the things that we can use. And I need to try that. Yes, you just cut it up in little pieces and let the oil be on low flame. And you put your coconut oil. And we have good coconut oil. The other day I had some coconuts. Even my husband bought coconut and cut it up, because that's something that we just naturally eat, coconut pieces. We cut them up, put them in a container, and we take pieces. And and so I taste the coconut, and I'm like, something is just wrong with this coconut, God. This seemed to be a very young coconut. I miss my Jamaican coconut. When you come out foreign, they would say, that's how you know where you used to have back where you come from. So it's what I'm saying is that all these things make up a part of our culture. Very good for burn, yes. Crazy Cat was telling us as well, so we can confirm in the chat that the aloe vera is very good for burns. I want to share something else with you, that because I said I'm a bee farmer. My company's name is Beverly Maine. I sell authentic Jamaican honey. But because I'm here in Canada, I don't promote it like that. But you can always get it. You can always make your order, and I will ship it to you from Jamaica, right? So, as a bee farmer, there's something that has become very precious to me, and that is called propolis. This thing that is in here. So what the bees produce this thing that is called propolis. It's not in this form, because I have processed it to make it softer, right? So this propolis, how it's created, when the bees goes out to hive, they would normally get these gunchers, these gummy stuff from the tree, and they would bring it back to their beehive. And they would sometimes, you see it on the covering, the roof of the bees, the bee box. You will see it on their bee box or on their hive, right? And what they do with is a sticky thing, black. I mean, black like this. I'm gonna turn off my phone. It's black. But sometimes there are other things that are mixed in it. That's why I say I process it, because I have to get out some of the things that are not needed in it, right? And they use this propolis. Let me know in the chat if you know about propolis. And they use this propolis to seal any hole that is in the bee box. They seal it off, so that no wind, no rain, or any of those elements and other stuff. Very good for, okay, I was repeating what Monica said. So it's good for so many things. So when the bees get back, they will, put it at those places, whether it needs to seal up opening that they need close, or a hole, or something like that. You see, if a animal, for example, say a cockroach, or an insect, a rodent, or anything that may want to eat